If you're looking for the perfect hero section, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to share with you the exact design and the elements that you need to put into it that I've been developing over the 8 years and have personally used in over 27 different industries. So let's jump into it and design it together, and I'll break down the elements as we go. So as I said, there's 4 main elements. There is a 5th one, which I will talk about at the end, but it is difficult to implement, so I'll leave it till then. So the first thing you need to do is answer the question that everyone has when they come to a new website, and that is, does the website provide what I'm looking for? So this can be products or services, but let's go with, say, a lawyer in Brisbane. So I'm a person looking for a lawyer in Brisbane, and I've just come to a new website. The first element of the perfect hero section is the title. The title should be very concise and to the point. You don't need to get really fancy with this. I love simplicity in pretty much everything I do, and this section is no different. So your title should be very straight to the point, and I'll just copy and paste this one in that I prepared earlier. So highest rated Brisbane lawyers. Now, if I'm a person who's in Brisbane looking for a lawyer, this answers the question. This says they're in Brisbane and they're lawyers. The highest rated, you can swap out for any kind of unique selling point of your business, but you want to keep it really simple, because just even having Brisbane lawyers answers that initial question. The second thing that people will ask after you've satisfied that first thing and you've kind of hooked them in a little bit is, 1, where can I find out more information? Or 2, have they done it before and were the people happy? So that can also be translated to social proof. So with that in mind, we go into the second thing, which is the button. It can be better to send them to more information if you are a complex service like lawyers, because there's a lot of different elements to the profession. However, if you're doing something simple, like even with website design, you can just have a call to action button. For this example, what we're going to do is we're going to put in a learn more button. So again, one I've prepared earlier, and I'll clean up this design a little bit later, but we'll just show you the elements here. So we've now got a title and a very clearly labeled button, which tells them what they're going to find if they click on it. So in this example, it's our capabilities, which would be what sort of law they perform, what sort of law they practice, and those sorts of things. So now that we've got a nicely contrasted button, we're going to answer the other side of that question, which is, have they done it before and were the people happy? The easiest and most effective way we've found to do this is just simply with the Google reviews. So something like this, where you've got images, you've got the number of reviews, the star rating. This by itself is just a knockout combo. However, what we're going to do is we're going to add the 4th element, which isn't as important, but it can be quite helpful to preempt some questions that they have and start to build a little bit more information about your business before they've gone anywhere. And that's what we like to use the subtitle text for, is going to be a little bit of text underneath your title. So in the subtitle text, what you want to do is add a little bit about your credentials. So this could be experience, it could be you're a part of a Master Builders Association, it could be your accredited bar lawyers or something like that. So experience is key. And also, if you do have a complex service, you can put sort of the industries that you work in within that. So as a website designer, do you just do informational websites, or do you do e-commerce websites? As a lawyer, is it criminal or civil or both? So this is where you can just, in a simple, we've found that 1 to 2 sentences for this section, for this element, works really well. So don't put in a huge paragraph of text. Keep it short, keep it concise, and keep it impactful. So now that you've got the 4 main elements, you can just leave it at this. And a lot of new websites don't even have a graphics here. You can put a graphics that kind of represents your services over to the right, but that's kind of it. Then you can cut it off at the fold, and then people can scroll down to find out more. Now, The fifth and final element that you can add to this, which is a game changer, but you do have to do a bit of work for, is an informational video. So if you can add a video that shows your business manager discussing your services and past performance and those sorts of things, maybe you've got a really great offer where you can put that, you can literally put that over to the right-hand side with like a play now button on it, and that will totally change your conversion rate. Add it in, and then you'll have a super high converting hero section that might even start to sell your services before people go any further. So in a lot of cases, once you nail this section, your retention of viewers will skyrocket, and with the retention of viewers comes a much higher conversion rate. So we've seen this as much as 3 times the conversion rate of a really poorly previously designed hero section. So I hope you found this helpful and you've liked the content. If you have, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.